So, good morning, everybody. I'm Amukta from CSCB, and today I'm going to explain about data modeling techniques and missing imputations. Firstly, talking about data modeling techniques. Data modeling is a process of creating data models for the data that is being stored into the database. This model is conceptual representation of data objects, and it also tells us about the association between different data objects. It helps in visual representation of data. The data model, while you're preparing a data model, it influences the project a lot. So we should ensure that the consistency is maintained. And while you're giving the naming convention also, it should be proper. Default value should be given and it should be secure. And it should also ensure data quality. Next slide, please. Okay, data model emphasizes on what data is needed and how it should be organized instead of what operations need to be performed on the data. So we'll look at the primary goals of data models. It ensures that all the data objects are accurately represented, helps in designing the database at conceptual, physical, and logical levels, provides a clear picture of base data, and can be used by data developers to create physical database. Um, it also helps in identifying uh, missing and redundant data. Initially, while creating data models, it takes a lot of time, but later on, maintenance is cheaper and easier. Okay, next slide, please. There are mainly three types of data models. That is conceptual data model, logical data model, and physical data model. So conceptual data model mainly deals with what the system contains. It is created by business stakeholders and data architects. The main aim is to define and organize business concepts and rules. Coming to the logical model, defines how the system should be implemented regardless of the DBMS. This model is typically created by data architects and business analysts. The purpose is to develop a technical map of rules and data structures. Coming to the physical model, this model describes how the system implements using specific DBMS system. This model is created by DBA and developers. DBA is nothing but database administrators. Uh, the purpose is the purpose of physical model is the actual implementation of database. This is a diagrammatical representation of the data models. Next slide, please. Coming to the data modeling techniques, there are actually three: entity relationship diagram, UML diagram, and data dictionary. Coming to entity relationship diagram, it is a default technique used for modeling and for designing a relational database. As if you remember, we have learned drawing ER models in DBMS that we have learned in the previous semester. Next slide, please. Coming to UML diagram, UML stands for Unified Modeling Technique. It is a standardized family of notations for modeling and design of information systems. Next, the final one is data dictionary. It is a documentation in the form of tables, that is representing data in the form of tables. Core data dictionary elements are list of data sets or tables, list of attributes or columns of each table with data types. Next, okay. Coming to the missing imputations, many real-world problem data sets may contain missing values for various reasons. They are often encoded as nans, blanks, or any other placeholders. Training a model with database that has a lot of missing values can drastically impact the machine learning model's quality. This means that if the data set that we have picked contains missing values, the final overall output of the model might not be accurate enough. So one way to handle this problem is to get rid of the observations that have missing data. That is, the columns that the rows that might contain missing data can be removed. But the problem here is, if we do that, there is a risk of losing the data points that has valuable information. Rather than this, a better strategy would be to impute the missing values. In other words, we need to infer those missing values from the existing part of the data. There are 6 ways to handle this missing values. The first one is do nothing. In this one, you just need to let the algorithm handle the missing data. Some algorithms can factor the missing values and learn the best imputation values for them from the missing data. In this method only, there is an other option that you can just ignore them. However, if you use some other algorithms, if you use some other algorithm, it might throw an exception complaining there are some missing values. So before doing it, in that case, the missing data should be handled, and it should be clean. The data should be clean. Next slide, please. The second way is imputation using mean or median values. It is done by calculating the mean or median of the non-missing values and replacing the missing values with mean of its column. That is, if in each column you take the mean or median, and using which you determine the missing value in that column. Advantages of using mean median method is it is easy and fast, works well with small numerical data sets. Coming to the disadvantages of using this method is it is not very accurate, doesn't account for the uncertainty in the imputations, will give poor results on encoded categorical features. Next slide, please. The third method we can use is imputation using most frequent or zero constant values. First, let's take and talk about most frequent. Most frequent is another statistical method, to impute missing values. It works with categorical features by replacing the missing data with the value that is most frequently repeated in the column. Advantages of using this is works well with categorical features. Disadvantages, it also doesn't factor the correlation between features. It can introduce bias in the data. That is, giving preference to the most frequently coming value might be a bias, right? So next one is zero or constant values. In this one, we replace the missing values with zero values. Next one is imputation using KNN method. The K nearest neighbor is an algorithm that is used for simple classification. The algorithm uses feature similarity to predict the values of any new data points. This means the new points is assigned a value based on how closely it resembles points in the training set. Coming to the advantages of this one is can be much more accurate than mean method, median method, and most frequent imputation. Disadvantages, computationally expensive. KNN works by storing the whole training data sets in the memory. And one more disadvantage is KNN is quite sensitive to outliers in the data. Next method is imputation using multivariate imputation by chained equation, also abbreviated as MICE. This method, this type of imputation works by filling the missing data multiple times. Multiple imputations are much better than single imputation, as it measures the uncertainty of missing values in a better way. Advantages, very flexible, can handle different variables of different data types. Coming to the next method, it is imputation using deep learning. This method works well with categorical and non-numerical features. It is a library that learns machine learning models using deep neural networks to impute missing values. Coming to the advantages is quite accurate compared to others, can handle categorical data. Cons, that is the disadvantages is single column imputations can be slow with large data sets. I'm done with my presentation. Thank you.